Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley after a weekend of fall fun here at the O'Reilly household.
You got some
Shh.
congestion? Little.
Not so loud.
You all right?
Not so loud.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
What's wrong?
so last week, we're getting down to where some leaves have to be picked up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my argument that this is a job for younger people with a much higher desire to kill themselves for a nominal amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
I always pay more than they charge because I know the absolute devastation that a job like leaf collection does. However, I took the route of saying, why don't we go buy this big ass tow behind leaf vacuum? Because over the next few years, if we give the kid $350, the leaf vacuum will pay for itself.
Makes economic sense.
Off we go, down to the family farm and home. Leaf vac we buy, tow it home, get home. And for $1,500 for a tow behind appliance for your big ass John Deere tractor, you would think this thing would suck leaves like a golf ball through a garden hose, right?
I would think so, yes.
I literally went out and bought myself a $1,500 pain in the ass. The first thing you have to do is cut the template that goes over the mower hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm no engineer. I can't cut things. So I do the best I can through the vulgarity and awfulness of the language I've learned over the years, and I finally get the thing on. I'm not sure it's 100% correct, but it kind of works. All right. So off I take into the yard to collect leaves. The leaves are so heavy and so wet, it won't pick up a thing. I put it away pissed off. Left it for the day. This only at the time after I heard the 5 horsepower engine on it grind to a halt, and I can't figure out why.
Did you ask your neighbor like across the street who seems very mechanically inclined, like, hey, do you know anything about these things? Or...
I'm not speaking to anybody at this point because I'm that angry.
Okay.
So we put the thing away. Saturday comes, I get it out again, and I start to take a look as to why maybe this thing is ground itself to a halt. Apparently, turning right, there's something on the back of the tractor that touched the metal of the impeller housing and pushed it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have to take this thing apart, fix the impeller housing, put it back together again, and then go out and try to vacuum leaves again. I'm crawling around on the ground. I'm using wrenches and stuff. I finally get it to where it'll spin and everything's great, right? So we get it back out there. We do a little leaf vacuuming and all this other stuff. I'm up and down off this tractor 500 times. I'm digging the leaves out of the back end of this thing by hand. The side yard over that way. I just take the hose off the tractor and start vacuuming them by hand with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the end of the day, when it was just getting dark and you can't really see anymore, I'm literally laying on the ground pushing leaves into the hose with my hand because it's that futile of an effort. I look like Darth Vader laying there dying on the beach by the lava. Why didn't we just call the kid?
Because I respect what you tried to do.
No, you don't.
I do.
I
I
don't
honestly
respect what
do.
I tried to do.
I
I'm
do.
looking
I
at
think it was a
myself like, you dumb son of a bitch. I hurt. And when I tell you I hurt, I don't mean I hurt. I hurt from the tips of my hair down to the edge of my toenails. Everything on me hurts. This kind of activity is not for me. Okay. And then yesterday we got pulled over by a cop.
How fast were you going?
I wasn't. I have my license plate tab is missing, and I
Oh,
didn't notice that. He did. Hey, folks, your
and
license
it
plate
fell
tab's
off?
missing. Just wanted to give you a friendly reminder. Thank you. And we drove off. So I'll get a replacement license tab. But
Mhm.
I literally, if somebody walked in here and hit me with a baseball bat right now, I would say thank you. I literally hurt that much.
Now, did you get the leaves all taken care of though?
No, not even close.
Oh,
Not even close.
so it's soreness without the sense of accomplishment that you would have gotten had you been able to complete the
There's no
task.
accomplishment in this.
No,
There's no sense of joy in cleaning up leaves.
not joy. No, there's no joy in it.
There's no sense of, look what I did. None of that.
Okay.
I would feel accomplished if some kid drove off with $300 for beer and cigarettes or whatever he needs. I don't care. I need
You
to be held.
survived it.
You call this survival? Okay.
Yeah, you survived. You know, that which does not kill you only makes you stronger. Andy,
I think
big
you're full
strong
of it.
man. Big strong man. Look at you.
Oh.
You'll be all right.
No, I'm not gonna
You'll be fine.
Okay. I'm not.
You'll be fine.
I'm not.
You got a hot tub.
I'm a
you have
broken
yourself
man.
a nice soak. Have yourself
Oh.
a nice soak and a cigar. You'll be fine.
Oh.
There you go. You got your coffee.
Oh.
You know, we'll knock this out. You know, you go, you know, post some things on the Facebooks. Have yourself a nice cigar, nice little 15-minute respite in the hot tub there. And then you get back about your day.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
I believe in you.
Did you watch AFV last night?
Of course not.
The cat
Although
part.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Kenny Ritz did.
Oh.
Kenny and his family, after the Lions game, they got together. They watched about 5 minutes of it because one of his, like his uncle or something, wanted to watch, or his cousin or somebody in his family. And we had this discussion. We had a much longer discussion about the relevance or irrelevance of that program than I expected to have with Kenny today. I was like,
well,
oh,
very good.
And he's like, you know,
cat
I don't like
was...
AFL. It's like, yeah, I don't. It's pointless. It's stupid. It's irrelevant now that there's YouTube, for God's sake. And we went back and forth on that. I'm
Kenny
like,
proved you wrong, didn't he? Yep.
It didn't prove me wrong at all. I am steadfast in my belief that this is the type of bullshit that belongs on a streaming service or exclusively on the YouTubes.
Well,
and it doesn't need to be on broadcast television.
Had you seen the lady scare her cat with the the security
with what, a vacuum?
No.
Or a security? Oh, wow. Yeah, really? Because cats usually are not very startled by anything.
It was funny.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It was the only thing I got out of the weekend.
We are still living in the age of the exaltation of the mediocre. There we go. All right. Never were truer words spoken, never were they more clearly illustrated than the fact that America's funniest, lamest, dumbest home videos are still 30 some odd years later on broadcast television.
You might need one to start doing some news here because I'm not going to make it much longer.
Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Congress has 5 days to act before a possible government shutdown. The latest GOP bill is expected to face bipartisan resistance. Plan does not include budget cuts or aid for Israel. Vote on the bill is expected to come sometime tomorrow. Have to wait and see. Basically, it's just kicking the can down the road.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't really care. Moving on. A week after daylight savings time, millions of Americans are already dealing with the winter blues. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that occurs in late fall and early winter. The lack of sunlight affects brain regions involved in mood and also causes low energy for those impacted. I typically don't get affected by this at all until like there is a part of February. Once you get into like mid to late February, where it feels like February has gone on for 2 months and it's gray and gross, and maybe we've had a lot of snow, maybe it's just bitterly cold. That's the only time I really get where the weather, whether it's hot, cold, blizzard, downpours, whatever, that's the only time I ever feel affected by it. What about you? Now you embrace the darkness.
Yes.
So I would assume this is like your favorite time of the year.
Did I show you the bloody knuckles I got working on my tractor?
Oh, wow.
And lawn sweeper. And look at here.
You're flipping. You got a paper cut?
Finger.
No, that's unfortunate. You be all right?
No.
Do you got any Bactine? Do you have some type of topical ointment or cream?
I really don't.
Or maybe I don't know, some type of anti-whining liquid. I'm just curious. Finally, another victory Monday for Motown. The Lions knock off the Chargers in LA with a field goal as the clock struck 0. Detroit wins a 41-38 track meet to improve to 7-2 on the season. They've won 4 of 5 games on the road, just past the halfway point in the season, the second best record in the entire National Football League. God, I feel good for Lion fans. It's one of those things like I can enjoy through them not being a Lion fan. I feel great for that fan base.
Yeah.
And all those years of putting up with
pink.
mediocrity and shitty football, and now they've got something to really, and something for the city that's obviously seen better days to hang their hats on. Because whether you're talking about the Lion, or whether you're talking about the Red Wings, the Pistons, Tigers, nothing stirs things up. Nothing gets the passions of sport fans in the state going like the Lions. And when they're good, which we haven't seen in probably 30 years, it's impressive.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. You're just barely hanging on today.
Oh.
I'll quick run through sports. Michigan beats Penn State 24-15. Jim Harbaugh is still in the midst of a 3-game suspension that came down on Friday. The school's going to try and fight that this week to get a preliminary injunction that would allow him to coach against Maryland and Ohio State. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Sparty, meanwhile, I don't know if you're a Michigan State football fan, why are you still watching this team this year? It's been over for weeks. I've told you this. They get hammered, rolled by the Buckeyes in Columbus, 38-3. That's sports.
Wow. All right, cable television for 200 is your Jeopardy category today. I literally cannot believe how this is worse than yesterday. I feel worse than I did the day after. All this.
Well, sometimes it's sometimes it takes a couple of days because you're not used to doing physical labor.
Oh,
so you got joints, you got parts of your body that you probably haven't used for a decade plus.
Oh.
That's what
All right, cable television for 200.
All right.
Bearing the name of a cable TV pioneer, TBS stands for this.
That would be the Turner Broadcasting System.
Hang on. It takes me a minute to get a pen. 50,000 in the hole.
Okay. What can I say?
I
think I got Fridays right too. Correct? I took a
Friday. You fell on your face. Remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, because I had like 9 in a row.
Right.
Yeah, and now it's 10 out of 11 though.
Well, that's just
10 out of 11.
Isn't
started a new streak?
You did, and as Stevie Wonder said, isn't whatever he said?
You go take a nap,
My
have a
ass has
tub,
been
enjoy a
kicked.
cigar.
I genuinely feel like hammered shit. Oh my
It,
god. All right.
you'll be all right.
Until tomorrow.
You know what? I applaud you for sucking it up and doing it today, because I thought this looks or sounded like one of those days like, dude, let's just take today off.
Yeah, we should.
But you didn't. You sucked it up. No. Kudos to you. Way to do
Okay.
it. Way to be an example for the young
Well,
people.
thanks for
I
that
salute
pep
you.
talk. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Welcome back to Muskegon. Hopefully you all enjoyed your weekend. This week will be a pretty nice one actually, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines this week show we will have a very nice week for mid-November standards. Temperatures will mostly be in the 50s, maybe getting close to 60, with also some sunshine. Especially for today, we'll have mostly sunny, if not sunny skies for your Monday, with temperatures, like I said, in the 50s. Speaking of the 50s, we're expecting those temperatures to be in the mid-50s today. A little bit warmer away from the lake, but in general, most areas will be in the mid-50s. So for your Monday, expect blue sky today, a gorgeous November day with a high of 54, a low of 35 with clear skies moving in as well. So overnight will get pretty chilly. And then going into Tuesday, mostly sunny skies will linger. Temperatures will also stay in the mid-50s through Thursday. And then we'll have a chance of rain, at least with a cold front Thursday night going into Friday. But that really won't cool us down a whole lot, as temperatures thankfully will still be right around 50 by this coming weekend, which is slightly above average. And that is your Monday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Cole Woods Weather, and enjoy this nice weather out there this week.